Do you know where you're trying to take your business? Do you have a plan and a purpose that's in line with the vision that you have created for your business, but also for your family? Today, I am going to share my story of how I was able to sell my site for 6 figures back in 2019 and what I've actually learned from it. So I started the Melrose Family back in 2010. It was a lifestyle site at that time because blogging was very new at that time if you look back. I consider myself now a dinosaur in the online space. 2010, it's now 2025. So I've been online for 15 years. I've watched lots of different platforms come and go as far as social media. And you may know my story already, but I had over 660,000 followers on Google+. And if you know or have even heard of Google+, you're aware that it's no longer in existence. Google+ just decided one day that it was gone. And I had made the mistake of not growing my business with an email list. I had built a business on rented property. So I was able to turn around what I learned from that, build an email list, continue to use keyword research and SEO in order to get my site found. The Melrose Family, when it first started, was a lifestyle site. But by the end, when I went to sell it in 2019, it was where we were creating quick and easy recipes and projects for busy parents. We had a team of people working on the site, and we were able to turn that site, even though it was personally branded, and sell it for that 6 figures. A lot of people ask the question, how is that even possible? It had your name all over it. It did. It also had some of pictures of my daughters because they were part of why I was creating what I was creating. And it was the connection that a lot of people, audience members, were looking for. So when we were able to turn around and sell that in 2019, what I had done starting back in about 2015 is that I started to change the way in which I talked about the Melrose Family. Every one of my audience members became part of the Melrose Family. It was a place where they could go and find a recipe that they would be able to get time back with their family because the recipe was going to be quick and easy and their kids would actually eat it. If you're someone that is building that business and you're not really sure if you're going to have an exit plan, I would highly recommend making sure that you are creating a brand that can be sold. I highly believe in having a personal brand, but making sure that you can encompass everyone that is in your audience as seeing how they are part of that community. So regardless if you decide that you are going to name your business after your own name, or if it's going to be content creation, whatever that may look like for you, my number one take and shift that we had to make in order to sell was to make sure that we were making sure our audience was part of our content strategy. We were keeping them in mind. We were making sure that they felt as if they were a part of what we were creating, so that when we came out with products, it just was an easy yes for them to want to purchase. Now, the next takeaway that I had is that if you are looking to sell, to make sure that you have assets within your business that are going to be valuable to a buyer. Now, the first place, and you've heard me mention this before, is going to be your email list. That is the most important asset you can own, because when the site gets sold, the business, it goes with it. Now, I'm also naturally saying site, and you heard me switch my words to business. And that's because the second thing that you absolutely have aside from an email list is a website. You need to have a website that is professional, that is easy to navigate, and allows people to truly understand that you can solve the problem that they have, or that a new owner will be able to solve the problem that you have. And you are doing that with the content that you are creating on that website. Now, the website content It should also be set up so that you are growing your email list with it. So when you create content, it is a natural next step to get onto your list and get your free guide, opt-in, workshop, video, whatever it is that you are offering as something for free in exchange for their email list. Now, once you have them on your email list, you can't simply just let them sit there. You have to continue to engage with them. Create emails where you are driving them potentially to content that is valuable to them. And you also want to make sure that you are introducing them to the products and services that you offer. Your email list is that sales funnel that is easy and evergreen to be able to set up. Now, a lot of us have heard in the past that you need to show content. Someone needs to hear about your product or service 6 to 8 times before they will actually take action. Well, with TikTok and Reels, that has changed as far as the number of times they need to see it. They need to see it upwards of 15 times in order to take action on a product or service. So that means you need to continue to engage them in your email list, showing them how you solve the problem that they have. You want them to be able to see that your expertise is the solution that they need. Now, once you have a product or service that you are offering to them and they can see that is the perfect fit for them and their problem, that's where it's going to continue to engage with them after they buy. You want them to be loyal customers. You want them to be raving fans that continue to come back to you for all of the best solutions that you provide, and because they have those problems. They will trust you and they will have that connection with you. Now, we started off, of course, talking about how we are going to be able to sell our business. Well, your business is going to be able to be valuable when it naturally has content that solves a problem, that then goes in and continues to engage with them and offers up those products and services. Those products and services can naturally be moved on as part of the business and can be sold as assets within it. Now, a lot of people will ask about social media. Well, do I need to be doing it? Do I have to be there? Is there any sort of conversion from it? Social media is still going to be necessary. It builds your brand awareness. In this day and age, 2025, you want to make sure that you are finding ways that you can get in front of them so that they get to know you and the brand and business that you are building. Your personal brand for your business is going to be key in being able to market to them. So, to recap, as far as it comes to the biggest takeaways that I had from selling my business for 6 figures back in 2019, is that number 1, you have to make sure that you are growing an email list. Number 2, you want to make sure that you have a website that solves the problems and is easy to navigate. And number 3, you want to make it so that it naturally shows your audience through a sales funnel via those emails that you are the expert and the best solution for the problem that they have. Now, if you are trying to figure out how to make sure that your business is built so that it can be sold, you want to make sure to grab my strategic growth guide. We are going to walk you through the marketing that you need to understand and how to make sure your business is set up so that it can be sold. Below, you will find that strategic growth guide so that you can grab it, download it, and get started today. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching the video. Make sure that if you haven't already to subscribe so that you can get all of the latest videos and the marketing tips that you need to grow your business. Until I see you all next time.